Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Uh,
Today, our group is going to be presenting an analysis of a poem written by Theodore Roethke entitled My Papa's Waltz. But before that, let us introduce ourselves. First, my name is Ahmad Garifaldi with student number 079.
My name is Muhammad Garsyah Putra with student number 63.
My name is Muhammad Rakil Putra Subiakto and my student number is 073.
My name is Muhammad Juana Pragararja with student number of 075.
Okay, so that is our team, and without any further ado, let's get into the first section, which is poem reading that is going to be read by my pal, Tegar Syaputra. Tegar, the time is yours.
Thank you, Tiki, for the opportunity. My Papa's Waltz by Theodore Roethke. The whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung like a death. Such waltzing was not easy. We romped until the pants slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's countenance could not unfurl itself. The hand that held my wrist was sputtered on one knuckle. At every step you missed, my right ear scratched a buckle. You beat time on my head. With a palm-caked heart I turned, then waltzed me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. From the poem's title that I've read, I can predict that the title is about a prediction, which is include waltz done by a dad and a father who loves to waltz, and also a family.
Thank you very much, Tegar. Now, we're moving to paraphrase. Your breath was full of whiskey smell. It could make someone dizzy, yet I am unaffected by it, as I was dead, and doing waltz sounds hard to me. Our movement was rough. It made the pants lead, and my mother was full of frowns. One knuckle punched the hand which held my wrist. My ear scraped a buckle anytime you missed. A palm covered in dirt beat time on my head, putting me to bed when I was still holding your shirt. Next, we're moving to connotation analysis. First, rhyme. The first stanza has the rhyme ABAB. The second stanza has the rhyme CD. The third stanza has the rhyme EF. The fourth has the rhyme GH. And for the form, this poem is written in quatrain format, which includes 4 lines each stanza. And for the rhythm pattern, it has iambic trimeter. For the point of view, this poem is written in the first person point of view's perspective. And then alliteration, here we have waltzing and was, hand and held. For the figurative language, such waltzing was not easy as a metaphor for relationship. Could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death is an irony or a simile, which depicts a comparison and contradicting expressions. And then for the symbolism, the word waltz symbolizes the abuse in the relationship between a father and a child or a son. Details, whiskey breath. Whiskey breath is actually a sign of intoxication of alcoholic drinks. This indicates that the father is drunk when he comes home. The word intoxication is also an allusion to the toxicity or the fact that the family here is in a toxic relationship. Then, my mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. The fact that the mother's expression doesn't change whatsoever means that she is already used to the father's behavior. Finally, at every step you missed, my right ear scraped a buckle. Here, the word step refers to a punch that the father gives to his child, and the word buckle refers to the fact that the father also beats the child with belt buckle.
Next is the imagery of this poem. First stanza, the line 1, we have olfactory with the word whiskey. The second line, we have visual with the word small boy. In the third line, we have tactile with the word hung on like death. In the fourth line, we have tactile with the word bulging. And we continue to the second stanza. Line 5, we have tactile with the word prompt. Then the sixth line, we have visual and tactile with the word slide in kitchen. Then line 7, we have visual with the phrase my mother's countenance. And line 8, we have visual and tactile with the phrase could not unfurl itself. Then in the third stanza, line 9, we have visual, hand, and wrist, and tactile with the word help. Then line 10, we have tactile with the word battered, and visual with the word knuckle. Then line 11, we have tactile with the phrase every step you missed. Then line 12, we have tactile with the word scrapped. And the last stanza, fourth stanza, line 13, we have tactile with the word hit. Line 14, we have visual with the phrase a poem caked hard by dirt. Then line 15, we have tactile, wolves me, and visual with the word off the bed. And then the last line 16, we have tactile with the word thinking and visual with the word shirt.
The next one is connotation analysis. The structured rhyme and rhythm represent the movement of Waltz dancing, which depict the relationship between a father and a child that's supposed to be harmonized. However, the imagery, like the way the father's buckle scratched the child's ear, say otherwise. Their relationship turns out to be abusive, toxic, and fearful. The next is attitude, tone. Could I hung out like that? From this line, we can assume that the tone is frightening. Mood, my mother's countenance could not frown itself. From this line, we can assume that the mood is sad. Shift, the mood shift of this poem is static or stable, since the writer expresses the feeling of fear, discomfort, and sadness throughout the whole poem.
And then the next one is title interpretation. We had predicted that this poem was about a happy dad who waltzes. However, turns out this poem depicts an abusive relationship between an abusive father and his family, especially his child. And last but not least is the theme. The theme of the poem is a traumatic experience in relationship with an abusive and alcoholic father.
Okay, so that was it. That was our incredible presentation that has been presented by our incredible team. I hope that it was clear and well presented, and we hope that you like it. So thank you very much for paying attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you very much.
Peace.